the Puente Romano Hotel in Marbella. Of course, we have brought you two fantastic acts this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome live on stage, Bananarama!
Gosh, I can't believe it. I finally got them with me. Bananarama! Yes! Everybody, welcome to Marbella. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Very, very hot. Very hot.
Slightly different temperature than England.
Well, we've had some very hot weather there recently, actually, but it's doing the shows under the lights. It's quite stuffy.
Listen, and other performers have a black backdrop and everything. I thought you were doing that tonight, a bit airy. Okay, is this your first time in Marbella, Sarah?
No, we've been here a couple of times before, not to work, just to holiday. But
And that's straight to Nikki Beach?
yeah, it was with the mojitos.
Right, so I'm going to ask you, 30 years, Bananarama, blimey. I mean, I'm bowled over. I've grown up with you guys. I just want you to know. I've danced shoe soles through with your music. I want you to know.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be where you are right now and still feeling the love like tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great. We really love touring. We didn't tour a great deal back in the 80s. We did one massive world tour, but in the last sort of 5-6 years we've been touring, so actually meeting all the fans. And I mean, we started at 18 and we never thought it would last that long, so we're just amazed that there's still an audience worldwide for us.
Well, you have no idea, Karen, you?
I know. I mean, I think we're incredibly lucky. I guess it's all the work we put in early days, but we've kept going because we love doing it, and we love writing songs and we love doing the shows.
That's the difference. So, you know, back to the days of Stock Aitken and Waterman, but actually you were penning your own music. So were you the forebearers of proper girl power?
Well, I think so.
We started writing our own stuff, and we had plenty of hits before Stock Aitken and Waterman. Cruel Summer was our first top 10 in the States. That was with Jolly and Swain. Stock and Aitken and Waterman were like our second producers, so that was a very successful period as well.
I think we were the only act that actually wrote with them. I think they just wrote for everyone else.
Oh, is that right?
But we caught them quite early on. So
So did you put your foot down and say, "Look, right, boys, you know, just you on your own is not going to happen"?
yeah, I mean, that was just the way it was with us.
Yeah, I mean, but they were fine with that because
Yeah.
they were just starting out as well. So
Now, Sarah, you actually started off at London College of Fashion doing journalism. My old college, I want you to know. Absolutely, absolutely. Fashion design.
oh wow,
And you were doing fashion journalism or journalism?
journalism, yeah.
Okay, because it's changed so much now.
I know, I pass it a lot all the time. 'Cause,
Me too.
I live in London, and I really tempted to just go in there and have a walk around because it was a great time there.
It was a great time, and you know, John Galliano was asking for help all the time, and Vivian Westwood was yeah, it was totally crazy, and we were all living that time very intensely. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was really inspiring, and I think that came out in the bands that came out at that time. Duran Duran, Boy George, everybody was very individual. We all wrote our own music. We all had our own little style. You know, you didn't hear a song and think, "Oh, who's that?" You absolutely knew who it was.
And looks-wise, I mean, the fashion in those days, everyone kind of looked different. I think nowadays everyone's just styled.
Oh, yes, and they
And-
easily let themselves style, don't you think?
And I mean, you know, I can't imagine a girl group coming out now and wearing what we wore, because basically you have to wear underwear.
You are not wrong. Is that what shaped your going to college there? Is that what shaped your style, personal style?
No, our style was just what we would have worn in clubs and just our general lives. It wasn't contrived. It wasn't, you know, thought about. It was just the way we looked. You know, and I always loved writing, and writing is what I wanted to do. So kind of fell into the music thing, but that involved writing songs, so that was another outlet for us.
We've got another couple of crossovers. This is going to be very funny, because Tony Hadley interviewed you.
Yes.
Yeah. He lived down the road from me, my old flat. Boy George, you mentioned him just now. We shared the same dry cleaners. And the Snappy Snaps George Michael drove into was my local one.
I had dinner with him 2 days ago.
Did you? How is he?
Yeah, it's good.
He's all right. Put a bit on and he's fighting it, isn't he?
Fine, it's good.
Okay. Listen, your set tonight, you've jazzed up your beats and you sounded a lot funkier, more modern. Is that easy for you to adjust to?
Well, I think everyone wants to hear the songs, and we don't change the songs as such, but they sound different when we do them with the band anyway, and I just think that we've changed, we've just updated them slightly.
Yeah.
So
And
they're still the same songs because that's what people want to hear.
Yes, exactly. You can hear it, and it's done ever so subtly, but the beat was great.
Yeah.
And you realise after you've prompted people to let loose a bit,
Yes.
I never thought I'd see that in Marbella. They were all up there, and they were up there with you.
Great, weren't they? Yeah. Well, we've got a good little funky rhythm section going on, so.
Yeah. And a couple of trannies as well. They knew all your moves, I want you to know. Do you have any idea how that looked like from afar?
Do you know what? We've been to quite a few transvestite shows around the world where they've done us, and it's incredibly flattering. Although I seem to normally have the comedy role, the one that goes off crying
comedy.
or the one that falls over, but then that tends to be what I do. So.
No, it looked as if it was almost rehearsal because particularly the two guys were absolutely into their throwing their arms up and round, and they were so thrilled to be on stage.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Lovely.
That's amazing.
Now they weren't done
They
up
weren't
on
dressed up. They weren't dressed up.
Oh, right. I know who
That's
they
great,
were.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's excellent.
And it was like not quite seeing double, but pretty close.
I love it when
funny.
people come up and they actually they know the routine. They get really excited.
It's super. And you know what? You can.
As opposed to the ones that try and push us out the way.
Oh dear. No, but you know what? I mean, I saw everybody dancing with their kids. If it's that
Yes.
generation, older guys, and you have no idea what a male fan base you have.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is that usual for you that you go out there on stage and you think, actually,
Yeah.
it's the girls dancing, but the boys are giving it welly?
They just take a bit longer to get up.
Uh-huh.
The boys, the girls always start it off, and we've been quite amazed when we've done shows. I guess you learn the music with your parents because a lot of the young kids seem to know the words.
Not in
as
my
well.
case.
No. But I suppose it's like me knowing Frank Sinatra or whatever because my parents played it, so
Right.
maybe they know it from that.
Right. The other thing is, of course, you've come to Marbella. Is it a shoot-in, shoot-out situation?
Yes, we're off to the States for 3 weeks at the weekend, so I guess that's why we didn't really think about staying longer here, but we're going to come back.
What a shame. We would have loved to have kept you here a little
We've
longer.
been really well looked after. We had a lovely evening yesterday, lovely food, so really nice.
Marbella at its best. Listen, I've got to ask you a personal question. Was the change from 3 to 2 a tough one? No. And do you feel... right. And do you feel, obviously, very comfortable in your skin as you are now?
Yeah, I mean, Karen and I've been friends since we were kids, went to school together, so it's quite comfortable for us. But, you know, we miss Siobhan because it was really, you know, it was a period in time that was really important. We had a lot of success then, and we were all like
We're
three
going to see
mates
you next
together.
week in LA.
All right, you're going to see her in LA. Listen, Sandra, my love. Thank you very much
Thank
for talking
you.
to us and for your time tonight, and all the best in America.
Thanks very much.
Okay.